excessive anger, excessive sadness, feelings of despair, feelings of hopelessness, feelings of unworthiness that have lingered for days or even weeks can be a symptom of depression. Besides that, we also have other symptoms of depression that one may have. But what exactly is depression? What exactly is depression? And how can you differentiate depression from other feelings of sadness that somebody might have? And how will you know that depression has moved out of range? How will you know that somebody needs psychiatric attention or professional help so that the person will not become worse in the future? And watch this video today, detailed, and subscribe to this channel. Let us now jump straight into the discussion. Depression can be defined as a mental state characterized by extreme sadness, despair, unhappiness, feelings of worthlessness, and hopelessness. Naturally, there are some at times when somebody can be unhappy. It does not mean that once somebody is unhappy, the person is depressed. It's not. Many things can make somebody to be depressed, to be unhappy for some reason. At times, the situation will go off, the person recovers. But when somebody becomes unhappy to such an extent that the person's normal function is disrupted, the person is no longer doing the normal work he's supposed to do. The thing has disrupted his normal function, his normal activities as a person, or the person has become a danger to the society. That depression has moved out of range. In that case, it requires immediate attention. That's one thing that's what we're talking about. So it's not once somebody is feeling sad, the person is depressed. No, there are some natural sadness that can come and go because of situations. But when it has moved out of range, it is disturb the person's normal operation as a person, and that person has become a danger to society. Then it is depression. There are two types of depression, namely exogenous depression and endogenous depression. Exogenous depression is a depression that is caused by something outside the person. The situation is called the situation comes from situations outside it, but that's why it is at times called situational depression. In this case, a person might be depressed because of certain things like loss of a loved one, loss of the loved one through death, loss of a loved one through departure of a parent, departure of a child. Then the parent becomes depressed because he is suddenly alone. The loss of a loved one can equally cause depression to somebody. The loss of a marriage mate, it can cause depression. This one, we call it exogenous depression. Another cause of depression, of exogenous depression, is loss of self-esteem. Yes. When somebody has lost his self-esteem through business failure, a business has collapsed, the person has lost his means of livelihood, he lost esteem, it can cause exogenous depression. Then another cause of this depression is rejection through divorce, marital divorce, separation. The other person is feeling depressed, they're feeling rejected. It can lead to depression called exogenous depression. Then the second type of depression, called endogenous depression, stems from the source inside the person. It's not caused by anything like business failure. It's not caused by a departure of a loved one. It's not caused by anything we can say from outside the person. But suddenly from inside the person starts have that feelings of worthlessness, feelings of sadness, feelings of unhappiness, despair that's continued, disrupting his normal function as an individual. In that case, we call it endogenous depression. It stems from the person. It stems from chemical imbalance in the brain. At times, dietary deficiencies can lead to this type of depression. So in this particular case, the person will need professional help so as the situation can be properly arrested. Depression, if not handled well, can lead to other psychotic problems that can endanger the person's future existence. But when properly managed, depression can be properly handled. So, but what are the steps you are going to take to manage depression? I will handle that in my next video. Subscribe to this channel for updates on this very issue. And watch out my other videos on mental health and psychiatric problems, how to arrest psychiatric problems, and the person will come back to normal. Watch out my other videos. They are well explained in those videos. I would like to see you again in my next video.